Looks as though something has been concealed beneath their thick roots. Of course, another note and a key, bound together. I'll add this clue to the letter. It is truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknown. The key has been engraved with a shape of feather. Feather key. There's only one way to find out what this key is for. Tying on every door. The key doesn't fit here. The key doesn't fit here near. Feather! Feather key! Duh! It's where the birds are. Oh boy. Inside the cage there is a bird with a black head and orange breast. The sign reads Pirahula Pirahula. Corvus cornix. Leucemia metagantherinos. Embroidered cloth covers the cage, or it is written, if the birds are silent, the phrase trails off. I got a cloth. Cardiologist say the reader. Edificavi pupitupu. Passer domesticus. Turdus merula. Upupa ipupus. Porfilio aleni. I'm out. Oh. Well, I need to cover one of them, I get it. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknown. Corvus cornix. Who's semi-clad? Written silence, yellowish brown feathers. The sign of the cage reads brain inside grows suddenly quiet. I get the feeling all of them will be quiet as soon as I find the right one. Maybe I don't have to find the right one. I said domesticus. Wait, what? Red feathers on its head and breast. The bird is black with a yellow bleak. Bust inspect too. What? Truth that our ancestors knew and through the stone silence came to unknown. There is a small compartment in the base of the bust. Inside this note is a note. Why is this? I'll only be entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? It can only mean the lion then, according to the guide. I'm sorry, but apparently it seems to be broken a bit. As you can see, I already did interact with the statue already, but it didn't do shit, so I guess this is it. Fierce line. Its head is missing. Only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. There's something hidden in the lion's mouth, a lever. I think that triggers some mechanism inside the manor. There's also a note in here. I'll add this to the clue letter. And only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror will you at last know truth. Could this be the last part of the riddle? It might be. It opened up something somewhere. Maybe it's in here. A secret passage has opened at the end of the corridor. Hello. This looks like Professor Wright archive. I should bring Kaufman here at once. Experiments 1885, let us see. Have a look at this, be careful, there's a small key inside the folder. 1st August 1865, results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. I heard the sound of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. Now that we have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the other tunnels. I dare not to go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must be still down there. It is in the dark. Containment in the ground tunnel has been breached. Something gone. I have no choice but to abort the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is this supposed to be? Seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of the experiments almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries have been redacted. But what is written in here? It cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination, a sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps. Though we should not just jump to conclusions, we can conclude that the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that the key opens the basement door. There could be a route through this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking for these documents. There must be something more than the folder among this mess. Piles of papers, all kinds of discarded notes, letters and receipts mixed up. Basement key. Set of framed silhouettes. Under each is inscribed plaque. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Mr. Strachan was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter of the Bartleys, and so he proposed to her. What is this? Okay. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings for her mother. So this guy wanted her. Mrs. Bartley did never take her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Aha. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support to their daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. Well, there we go. I did it. Compartment has opened up at the wall. You again. Let's leave it that. Well, I did something. Not sure what, but I'm going down to the basement. Nope. Wait. Nope. Off to the basement, there we go. Off to the basement, here we go. It's completely dark in here. I feel cold draft coming from the front. It's too dark, I need something to light the way. Of course. We always end up in the dark. Oh, of course. The matches run out. Oh shit. I've run out of matches. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. What happened? Oh, great, I fell in a cave. I fell on through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. There's a thing here. It looks like a component of some sort of machine. Maybe I can find out where to use it. Lever. I need to use it for that thing. A working lantern. That's good. I can get out of here safely. Oh. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. This is where he exploded the whole thing. Thank goodness, that ladder. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's another thing here. There's a mechanism of some sort. You again. Door opened. Man, I've walked a lot. Old furniture has been left here to rot. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufman about this. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There's a large hole in the floor. One side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered in rocks and debris, so I could not tell for sure. Covered in debris. It sounds as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. This is unfortunate for us. I've made some progress of my own main front. I think this could help us delicate the next step in our research. Have a look. Today, a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project, but first we need to know the details. I understand. The main factor is the condition of the test subject. How open is he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind, but in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment could be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange. But there is one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By a means of chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean serum? Not at all. That would be no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. The primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will lose to open that last door. Could this organization be the playwright? It may be, my friend. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room I have been able to find some fragments of our information, discarded material. It looks as if this bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. If we could find and use that device that the professor mentions in his log, I believe we could shed some light on this matter. He means the thing in the fucking thing. In the goddamn attic. This thing. I have the lever for it. There we go. I think it will work now. Whoa. Sound. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I mean, I must seek Kaufman at once. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I did not know, but this means something important to us. It means there is another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archive, and Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the professor, mein lieber Freund. We're running out of options. This might be the only way to find the answers we seek. Hypnotize! Look at this candle, fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You're entering a dark, endless void. Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. North. Stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. You fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall to the east lies a tunnel. To To the west, I see the edge of the forest. I go east. I'm in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He is upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. Go west. Stand beside the waterfall. It is not waterfall. Oh. Go east. Go south. The passage ends here in an empty cave. A big round hole in the wall. Behind it I can hear the sea. Go back. Go north. I'm in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face. The tunnel stretches into the dark. Walk down to the tunnel. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. The ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there it lies. It waits. I will not continue. I must go back. Down the ladder. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I've gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It is pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It is with me. Enough. We went too far in front. You're right. I did not think he would react this way. Did well by stopping this trance, Kaufman. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let's discuss the next steps in our investigation. Okay. January the 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufman, are you alright? Worry not, Wakefield. I am just feeling a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion about what we were heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember anything that could help us in our research? The underground tunnel. I believe that this underground tunnel has left deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he experienced at the end of the session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. The seaside. The sea was a recurring theme during the hypnotic regression. Yes, it is. True. Maybe the entrance to this tunnel is somewhere closer to the coast. Mysterious figure. Prior to trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face, the floating body in the water, the person near the rocks, the one beside the piano. Yes, indeed, but I am afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meaning of those images. The man shouting at Professor Wright mentioned a man that shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel, begging him to not continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good, it was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. If we can't find this man, I am sure we will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find out something about Oscar? My apologies, but I must stay here and recover my strength.